And I think it's a very, very good fight. But on this one, I'm going to go with my boy, Del Boy, Chisora for a stoppage. Get up there, Derek! Come on! It's coming home. And there should be a belt on the line too. So one of you sanctioning bodies, you got two legendary fighters here. A champion, world champion with 10 title defences from the USA. And an absolute warlord from the United Kingdom who's fought everybody, never ducked anybody, and would have been a good heavyweight in any era, Derek Chisora. Let's go! Let's go! Put a belt on the line, boys. Come on! 50, 50, fight, 50.
Think of Wilder versus Chisora.
I love that fight. It makes more sense than Wilder and Usyk. I think we had a topic saying that Usyk was going to fight Wilder. I'm like, for what? I go, he should be fighting someone that's already on his side, where he's lost or he already's been knocked out, that has a name but is not at the top level. And Derek Chisora fits all those boxes, even though he is on a 3-fight win streak. Chisora has fought all the big names, have come up short, similar to Wilder. Wilder has that puncher's chance. Chisora has the experience, and I think is probably the better boxer, the better natural fighter is Chisora. Wilder's just a freak of nature with the power and the size and length and everything else. I love that fight, and I actually would favor Chisora to do something great in that fight. Yeah, man. Not only because of the momentum, but the style. He's a better fighter than Wilder. Wilder is not polished. Wilder has came a long way with just raw power and
space. Will be a long night for me. I have to get to him and just smash him up.
That is what I needed to hear. And to say that he's going to go get him, that's why I said Chisora can mess around and run him over. He just knows on his way to get him, he has to dodge that one missile because Wilder's legs doesn't have much life. His feet never really had technique, right? But they were athletic. Now, with his advancing age and the wars he's been in and just the lack of material on his legs get tired a bit. He's more heavy-footed and off balance, all right? If he plants his feet and he swings and Derek can block it or make it great, even if it grazes him, it'll hurt. But if he grazes him and he stays on his feet, he can mess around and maul Deontay Wilder.
Derek Chisora is the way more skilled fighter than Deontay Wilder, by a country mile, to be completely honest with you. And the reason I say that is, although it looks crude, Derek Chisora has much better entries than, let's say, the last guy that Wilder fought, Hendon. There's even a argument to say that Derek Chisora enters and gets into the pocket better than a Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker's got quicker feet. Joseph Parker can fly in a little bit quicker, but Derek Chisora's probably more well schooled at that from his game. And look at the success Joseph Parker had. And at this point, I don't believe that Deontay Wilder, after coming off the back of the losses to Zhilei Zhang, a fight that I was at, and a fight that he really didn't turn up in at all, and the inactivity after that, I don't see a world where Deontay Wilder's improved here. And I hope for my sake, being I'm going to the fight, Deontay Wilder has done, but I just don't see it. I don't see a world where the old adage of, yeah, the power's the last thing to go, really becomes a relevant factor in this fight. And they say the power's the last thing to go, but they don't say that the power never goes. And in my opinion, the power has gone a lot from Deontay Wilder. Do I see Wilder being able to do what Dillian Whyte did, what Tyson Fury did, and stop Derek Chisora? I don't. I personally, and I don't want to say it, I don't see Wilder putting up too much of a fight in this one. I think he's completely and utterly shot to pieces. And I think that when the pressure starts coming from Derek Chisora, who again is past his best, but is in a better place than Deontay Wilder at this point, I think that he'll pin Deontay Wilder to the ropes quite early. A lot of people are saying that this could be a shootout, and I think it could be, but I think it will predominantly be a shootout in the favour.
Wilder's never been the best mover. He's not slow, but he's never been the best mover, especially off the back foot. So you expect Chisora to be able to close that distance very quick as he needs to, and then Chisora to start working away, and it literally is just a swarm. He has slowed down. The output isn't what it used to be, but it is still a problem. You know what's coming, but can you stop it? The only way Wilder can stop it is if he lands clean early. And then all of a sudden, Chisora is hesitant to come in because, okay, Wilder's now starting to throw that right hand and he's starting to whip it over fast. What Wilder does have over Chisora is, I guess, punch power and speed. Does he still have the speed? I think so. Does he still have the punch power? Yes. It's not that he doesn't have the punch power. It's that he's afraid to throw the right hand. He threw it a few times in his last performance, to be fair, but it wasn't certainly as much as we're used to seeing Wilder throw it. So if Wilder can start throwing that right hand and teeing off early, then Chisora might have a problem. I just don't know if Wilder can. I just don't know if you can reverse the clock like that. If you've not done it in your last 4 fights, are you going to start doing it now? I mean, the reason why he might start doing it now is because, again, the carrot being dangled in Wilder's face is big fights. Big fights. I mean, look, people will still talk about a Wilder AJ fight if Wilder sleeps Chisora. If Wilder knocks out Chisora, trust me, they will talk about an AJ fight. They will talk about a Wardley fight or a Dubois fight, whoever wins. They will talk about a Caballero fight. Wilder's got a fan base. He's known. He's a former heavyweight world champion. If he can land that right hand, it will be a case of Wilder's back. That will be the narrative. And also, you look at who he's lost to. It's not like he's lost to bums. Think about it. He's lost to Joseph Parker, Zhili Zhang, and Fury. You know? And you can say the same thing about Chisora. So as much as everyone's saying these guys are at the end, and they are when you look at their age and the amount of fights they've had, you look at who Chisora's lost to in his defeats. He's lost to Alexander Usyk, Joseph Parker, Fury, Caballero, and White back in 2018. So those are the 5 names. I mean, Usyk, did you hear those names? Usyk, Fury, Parker, Caballero, White. You know, it's not the worst. So basically what I'm getting at, when you look at the defeats on both sides, you have to be very, very good to beat both of these guys. Like, scrubs aren't beating these guys. Like, Chisora's shown that. Once you kind of drop off a level, Chisora will beat you. Joe Joyce, Gerald Washington, Otto Volin, he'll beat you. And with Wilder, I guess we can't really do that. But Wilder probably beats the lower level guys as well. Hellenius knockout, right? I mean, again, that's a good example. So look, I favor Chisora. I think there's more left in the tank, I guess, right? Even though it's number 50. I just think that his style will overwork and overpower Wilder's.
Them at the end of their careers, I think Chisora's got a lot more left than Deontay Wilder, I have to say. And
you think Wilder's a spent force?
I'm surprised to see him in the ring, to be honest.
Really?
He's earned a huge amount of money. Yeah, I'm surprised, but fair play to him. You know, he obviously thinks he's got something left in him, but if you look at his last 2 or 3 fights, he really looks completely finished.
Wow. I know you're not that interested in how it goes. Is that because of your spat with Deontay?
I just think he's a moron. I think his behaviour is moronic. But the outcome, I think, probably, I would say it's a turd of a fight and has no substance to it. But the thing is, that would be undermining Chisora, because Chisora always goes into the ring and gives you something. He'll always go and give you some honesty about what his performance would entail. You go to watch Derek Chisora fight, you're going to watch a fight. Yeah. Now, I would say on the basis of that, I think Wilder's washed up. That's why he's making so much noise. And I think that Chisora will win this fight. Insofar as it leads to, I don't know, because according to Derek, he's going to retire, so it leads to nowhere. And I don't see Wilder as a force in the heavyweight division anymore. So where it leads him, God only knows. But it will, you know, if he were to beat Derek Chisora, he'll have to beat him. Whereas I think Chisora will beat Wilder because he's
I don't think Wilder has that equalizer anymore that he once had. His training team is chopped and changed. He went from Mark Breland to Malik Scott. Now he's got this Dan Hauser or something his name is in the corner, who was Bermain Stavern's former trainer. I just think Deontay Wilder is not what he used to be, whereas Derek Chisora, even though Chisora's not in his prime, he's still closer to it. He is still coming to win. He is on the back of good form. And I can see Derek Chisora being on Deontay Wilder like a bad smell. I think he's going to wear him down. He's going to hit him to head and body. I think he's going to make it very uncomfortable for Deontay Wilder in there. And I don't think Wilder's going to have the strength. I don't think he's going to have the punching power. And I think he's going to beat the fight out of Deontay Wilder. And ultimately, my pick for this fight is a mid-round stoppage between round 6 to round 8 for Derek Chisora. I think he's going to stop Deontay Wilder in this fight. And I think there's a good chance that this is Wilder's last fight. I hope it's the same case for Derek Chisora. The winner of this fight has options. Now, understand what I'm saying. I would like to see both guys call it a day. But there is options for the winner. The winner of this fight is number 1 ranked with the IBF. the winner of this fight is likely going to be able to challenge for a world title. The winner of this fight is going to have many options, including the likes of Alexander Usyk, the winner of Dubois Wardley, there's going to be options for the winner. Another big payday, a potential shot at the world title. Although I want Derek Chisora to retire after this fight, win or lose, I can see potentially him carrying on. I hope he doesn't, but I could maybe see a case where he does. In terms of Deontay Wilder, if he wins, he's definitely going to stay. He's not going to go anywhere. If he wins, he is going to be calling out Alexander Usyk's name left, right and centre. And if Usyk vacates that title, he will be in prime position to challenge for a world title. So there is implications on for the winner, whoever it may be. I think it's going to be Deontay Wilder. I think it's going to be Derek Chisora who wins this fight.